Hello everyone, this is Critic giving you a shoutcast and Game 6 in this best of 7 series between Teams EEG and Team Liquid. Started the game just because I thought I started the game focusing on InControl just because I know what InControl is going to do. InControl is going to be setting up a 10 proxy pylon right here, followed by gateways here, and then trying to rush the Terran player. Now, this did happen previously against another Terran player, and the other Terran player did not wall off his base. We'll see if it is going to be a wall off, and it does look like HayPro is going to try to be walling off, and no, instead the probe is going on into this side over here and will be setting up a pylon here instead. So I do not know what the pinging was about, but instead EG InControl opting to place the pylon here and will be able to start 10 gating zealots against Liquid Red, and that is going to be a problem, especially as HayPro most likely will be getting a barracks on this front door, and if he doesn't have enough units to try to reinforce his partner, he will be in a world of hurt. Also, he needs to get some, yes, he's going refinery before a barracks, so that will allow him to get a factory a little bit earlier and then get those Hellions out. Those Hellions are going to be absolutely critical in trying to fight against what I expect to be a Zergling and Zealot army rush. We now see, what, 2 gateways currently coming online. There is that barracks there. The barracks most likely will lift off and then reform into a reactor here, and again another supply depot there. As the probe now comes in, sees the spawning pool, Overlord now already venturing forth, trying to see if there is going to be gateways here. He will see those gateways, and now the pressure is on. Production-wise, we can see what those 2 gateways, one of those 2 gateways nearing completion. Spawning pool nearly completed for Rhett, and Rhett needs to get some spine crawlers out, otherwise he is going to be in a world of hurt. There he is. We do see Rhett now seeing that there are 2 proxy gateways, and Zealots already being chrono boosted out of there. Zerglings are already on the run from Machine, so it is going to be a very, very large army early in the game inside the base of Rhett. Rhett needs to get those spine crawlers. He needs to get at least 2 spine crawlers, otherwise he's not going to be able to really fend this off. He needs to get a queen though. There's that second spine crawler. If he doesn't have the queen, I'm not sure how well he's going to be able to fight off this attack, as one Zealot now coming in. The Zealot now trying to go after, trying to deal some damage. Drones now trying to make their way around, may get a surround. No surround there, and now trying to come in, trying to get a surround, and now those one Zealot is a little bit stuck. Very, very nice mineral pathing there as those drones are trying to battle it out, trying to engage. 1 spine crawler should be coming up in just a moment. 2 more Zealots now coming in as well, so a lot of damage has already been done as Liquid Red now gets those spine crawlers and Zerglings in position, trying to fight back this attack here. A lot of spine crawlers fending off a lot of those units there. 1 Zealot now down, another Zealot now down, and that spine crawler, walking away, and now able to root himself a little bit further. Perhaps should try to root himself there a little bit more away from the action, making it more difficult for that Zealot to even get within combat range. So we now see that Zealot is able to engage here. That 1 spine crawler needs to move up a little bit more closely, and this is going to be a problem. This 1 uprooting out of position is going to be a problem, as that spine crawler does have natural 2 armor, but is not going to be able to help out all too much. SCVs joining in on the fray. One Zealot down to 4 hit points. A spine crawler should be able to just slap it apart, and those SCVs offering some help there. Nicely done. We do see that the reactor factory is already operational, so that will be critical. Zealots now trying to hold off here. SCVs are now repairing each other at their friendly mineral line, as we now see Zerglings trying to fend off this attack here. Those Hellions are going to be absolutely critical. They need to get out of there. For some reason, the supply depot was not lowered. Needs to lower this supply depot. The Hellions cannot make it through that. And 1 tiny opening. HayPro finally realizes his mistake and now moving out, but a very large army gathering outside the front door as SCVs are trying to hold position there. They're just holding position, not even engaging, and then causing a little bit of a wall there. Those Hellions need to be making their way up, able to torch some of those Zerglings, and now on the move, trying to get some kills over here. There is still 1 spine crawler, and now those drones coming back to mine those Hellions. Hellions need to get some damage onto those Zealots before the Zealots try to focus their attention on those Hellions. Hellions getting a lot of damage across back and forth, and now all of InControl Zealots have been taken down. No, 1 Zealot still in play, but 4 Hellions gonna be able to quickly take that down, and Liquid HayPro now going to focus onto this these gateways here, trying to get some damage. There is 1 Zealot. That Zealot's days are numbered. It does not like the flame, cannot travel through it. Through the fire or the flame, as those Zerglings now trying to come back in. The EG Machine coming in with a lot of Zerglings. Hellions doing a great job though, microing and now trying to get as much splash damage as possible. Those Zerglings trying to get as much damage, trying to chase up after those Hellions. Those Hellions are a little bit slower, does not want to fight on that creep, so nicely done. And now one Hellion just dancing. So what, Hellion dancing here on Arid Waste as more Hellions come back in. More Zerglings now trying to come in as well. No additional Spine Crawlers. Rhett is in trouble. If those Zerglings now do come in, they are in fact coming in. More Hellions need to be macroed up. Not exactly sure what's going on with these Hellions, why they're not engaging. And now the Hellions, instead, just going straight for the base. There is a Spine Crawler and drones now coming off the mineral line already here. Not quite sure what those drones want to do. That's what the Hellions want to kill. And now trying to get some quick kills there, trying to get some damage there. And now those drones are causing a little bit of a traffic jam for those Hellions. Back over here, those drones now going to perhaps try to take down Machines. Yeah, Machines, one lone Zergling, unable to deal any damage there. And now these gateways are not going to be operational, but InControl does have a Cybernetics core and this front door with photon cannons here. Those Hellions were cleaned up very nicely, but now we are going into Banshee play with Cloak. So Banshee play with Cloak, obviously very strong, a very, very nice ability here. And now swapping into Marines and Siege Tanks. Not 100% sure about that, as the Banshees are going to be the majority of that damage. You want to be able to just pump out a lot more Marines and other units that are going to be strong against these Zealots. So those Hellions now trying to do some kiting, trying to get some damage onto that Zealot. That Zealot will get taken down. Down it goes. No more units being trained off over here. A Zergling, trying to test the front door, unable to run in. And now you see one Queen. The Evolution Chamber is now coming online. Siege Tank with Siege Tech. Cloaking research has been completed. And now in comes the Cloaked Banshee. Banshee now getting those kills. How many kills will it get? No one knows, as it's already up to 4 kills now, and still racking up more kills. So a lot of damage is being dealt. Hellion still playing just guard over there as this Banshee just racking up more kills. This is a lot of damage by one Banshee, already up to 11 kills, gonna get up to 12 in just a second, trying to maximize the amount of damage. There are 2 Spore Crawlers. Those Spore Crawlers are gonna give sight. That Banshee will be forced to pull back in just a moment there, and now trying to pull away. Does he see those Spore Crawlers? Yes, he does, and now still giving chase against those drones. So a lot of drones were taken down. Machine is in trouble, and now we see HayPro now coming in with one Banshee over here on the other side. Perhaps it will be able to get some damage, cloaking a little bit early, as there are no stalkers anywhere in sight, just photon cannons. It should probably not cloak, but those warp gates, no, not even warp gate research yet. So the Banshee now needs to perhaps try to play a very, very dangerous game, try to stay within combat range on those probes without getting within combat range on those on that photon cannon. The photon cannon has a range of, I believe, 7 compared to 6. That's a little bit too close. There you go. That photon cannon now, that Banshee now trying to back off once again. Photon cannon able to see that over there. Zergling's now going to try to come in, but there is 1 Spine Crawler and 2 Hellions. The Spine Crawler uprooting at the wrong time. Horrible, horrible timing there, as Rhett just uprooting that 1 Spine Crawler. Just absolute horrible timing at one just there. Now Banshee now already up to 4 kills. We are gonna get some more probe kills. Once again, a Phoenix will be chrono boosted out of there in just a moment. And now there is some Overlords, and now the Banshee's trying to finish off all of InControl's proxy presence here. 2 Banshees in the air. Perhaps should try to finish off those gateways. Siege Tanks with Siege Tech already completed, and already upgrading an orbital command here by HayPro. So HayPro now on the move. Is it going to finish off that Zergling? Will he be able to spot that Zergling in time? He should spot that Zergling. Down goes that Zergling, but it did reveal the Siege Tank army, so the surprise is up. Zergling's now trying to run Phoenix now moving away against those Banshees. The Banshees are going to have a very difficult time. Banshee now, or the Phoenix now running around over here. There are 3 Phoenixes in the, or 3 Banshees in the air. Phoenix now dealing damage. Marines now pulling back over here, getting a lot of damage onto that Phoenix. The Phoenix being forced to pull back once again. And now with no pylons over here, unable to power those gateways, and they will not be able to turn into warp gates. Cleaning up many of those units, and now Siege Tanks slowly marching over here. And now, slowly marching over here, those Siege Tanks will be able to siege up and start blasting away, taking down this front door. This front door will fall in just a moment. And with all of those siege tanks gone, or with all of those photon cannons gone, this expansion most likely will get destroyed as well. Back over here, the Phoenix doesn't want to get close at all, as there are a lot of Marines underneath those Banshees, those siege tanks, not even in siege mode, dealing even more damage as their DPS is higher. Phoenix is now trying to come in to engage, will not be able to, as there is just the sheer number of Marines. Siege tanks now sieging up, making sure if any units try to walk down that ramp that they are going to get quickly taken down. There is also one photon cannon. It's quickly destroyed. And now Zerglings and Banelings making a run for Liquid Red's base. Once again, there is one spine crawler here. Zerglings will be able to quickly see that there are Zerglings now trying to run up the ramp once again. There is one queen, and that is it. But the army of HayPro just so strong. And now Marines getting underneath those Phoenixes. Phoenixes quickly getting cleaned up there. Siege tanks need to siege up. There are a lot of cannons here, so those cannons need to get destroyed. Phoenix is now quickly cloaking, now going after those photon cannons, and now in control. In a world of hurt, Marines quickly cleaning up many of those bases over here. Zerglings now giving chase after those probes, and now more Zerglings coming into the base of Liquid Red. There is currently one Hellion. Hellion currently already up to 4 kills, and now trying to get more damage across. Marines now coming in to reinforce. Phoenixes were trying to get some damage, but with one missile turret in play, it looks as though HayPro is going to be able to clean up both InControl and EG Machine. Things are not looking good for this army at all. InControl needs to set up an expansion. He doesn't even have any minerals, and now the probes are on the march in order to try to deal some damage. There are a lot of Marines here. The Marines are not upgraded, but they do have stim pack. And the siege tanks now once again pulling back. So a very, very small army here. Marines perhaps going to come in over here, try to shoot down many of those Phoenixes. The Phoenixes deciding to back off, not wanting to fight against any of those Marines there. And now the probes just wandering around the map pretty aimlessly at this stage. Another expansion needs to be set up. We're talking about the 3 bases of Team Liquid against the 1 base of Team EG at this time. So yeah, things really not looking good for EG. We are at tier 2. We are getting Mutalisk. Mutalisk, however, are going to simply fall prey to those Marines. And I believe Liquid HayPro is going to be able to take a game from EG Control, EG InControl, and EG Machine. We do see a hatchery now being placed down over here. That's going to try to be the second base. Probes are mining, but not able to return any of those minerals at all. And taking a look at the sheer army size, 3,350 versus 1,050 and 575. So yeah, that is looking pretty weak altogether. Phoenixes are coming in. Marines will be able to get some more damage in once again. Those Mutalisks do not want to engage. Those Marines do have a lot of damage potential with that very, very fast attack rate. One Marine, however, venturing a little bit too far away from the rest of the group. Strength in numbers. And now in comes a quick scanner sweep. There is one medevac in the air. Siege tanks now sieging up, even though, oh, are they going to be able to even blast away, able to take down one of those spine crawlers very, very easily. And now coming back in, the Phoenixes, however, now have a target on that one medevac. The Marines, however, getting underneath that medevac, trying to offer some support. The Banelings melting the rest of those Marines there. So that is going to hurt that Phoenix, is going to hurt the ability to deal with those Phoenixes. Probes now coming in as well. Siege tanks out of siege mode, dealing so much damage. Marines need to be very careful. Oh, the siege tanks sieging up just in time to blast it apart. And EG Machine says GG and leaves the game. So wow. InControl and EG Machine losing this game here on Arid Waste. A very effective 10-gate push, but the Hellion support coming in from HayPro was just so critical. And now there were a couple of key mistakes, uprooting those spine crawlers at just the wrong time. I thought that was going to be the death of Liquid Red, but Liquid Red able to hang on by his teeth and able to stay in this game and perhaps just cause a lot of pressure, allowing Liquid HayPro to just macro up a very, very strong army. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this 1v1 replay or 2v2 replay and now game 6 between EG and TL here on Arid Waste.